going on, YouTube? All right, we're up here in Green Bay, as you can see, and we're gonna do this video about freight selection, especially if you're gonna run regional. And it's kind of cool out, so I'm gonna go back in the truck and we'll finish the video in a few minutes. All right, so it's the next morning. We didn't get a chance to finish that video. I went inside and sat in the IC classroom. John's the instructor, so if you go through Green Bay and get up here, really nice guy. Listen to what he's got to say. You learn a lot before you get out of there in that short period of time. All right, let's talk about regional driving. You know, you can do a lot of good short runs on the regional side, and if you do that, you can stay within 300 or 400 miles of your house, have frequent home time, and you do pretty well. Now, I always hear this thing, especially with company drivers that come over to the IC transition. You know, their mindset is built on running miles, because that's what they did as a company driver. You run miles, you get paid by the mile, so the more miles you do, the more money you make. Well, that's not all true on a percentage board. The more miles you do doesn't actually mean the more money you will make. A lot of factors go into that. You know, the area you're going to go into, the rate per mile, and so on. The mountains, fuel mileage. There's a lot of things to think about. Now, what happens is these guys get this fear, or, you know, they ain't got their mindset right about that truck payment. You know, oh man, I'm already, you know, $1,200 in the hole, and they look for those big loads and they take them and they run like crazy until the end of the week, and they don't get home and they find out that, you know, they would have made just as much money as if they stayed regional short by the house. And you know, because a lot of, like I said, a lot of factors go in that. You have the regional, you're doing less miles, more or less you're doing half the miles of a long haul guy. Sometimes only 3/4 of the miles, just depends. Way better fuel mileage, buying a whole lot less fuel. Therefore, you can net, you know, about the same, if not maybe a little more than the guy running those long miles. And the thing you want to do is, a lot of these guys don't do it. They don't stick with it because they say, well, you know, I can't make the money. You know, the short runs don't, you know, yeah, they pay really good per mile, but not a whole lot on the revenue side. And that's where they're not seeing it, right? Because you can do a short 200, 300 mile run that might pay $550, $600. If you put another short one in front of that or behind it, now your revenue's higher. So, you know, for instance, you know, if you do $3,400 revenue, a lot of guys say, oh man, I can't make it on it. I need $4,200 to $5,000. No, you don't. $3,400 on the short side might be 1,700, 1,800 miles. And if you have a really good fuel efficient truck, you know, you're only going to buy, you know, 230 gallons of fuel for that. And that's only going to cost you about $500. So with your truck payment at $1,700, you're doing $3,400. You got a $1,700 payday. That's what they don't see. So the $200-300 loads, a lot of them skip over those loads because they don't see it. They're looking at the revenue. I need to make all this revenue. But if they just slowed the truck down, got better fuel mileage, and did their homework, that's key. See, a lot of guys, if you come out on a Monday and you book yourself up through Thursday, a lot of guys are looking in the future. They look for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They don't look at their area. See, I look at my area all week long because, you know, you want to see what's coming out that you might not know that exists. But if you keep looking back in your area, you'll see the patterns. You'll see the loads that might be frequent. Yeah, that might be something better you can fit in your lane. And don't get in a rut, you know, because a lot of these guys will only want to haul certain customers, right? They'll, oh, I'm only hauling this one customer, and they'll go all over the place around this one customer because it's light loads, it's drop and hook, and they never look at other lanes. And that's where they get in trouble, because eventually you know, other carriers bid on these contracts, they lose the contract, and then these guys are stuck going, oh no, what do I do now? And they're looking for other freight, and they haven't looked at the board in a long time, and you know, they're not going to make as much money. And plus, you get in that rut run that same stuff. There's a lot better loads. There could be a lot better loads out there paying a whole lot better that they're not even looking at because they're set on just this one customer. And so you want to keep yourself with 2 to 3 freight lanes. So that way, if one of your lanes starts drying up or load cancels, you got 2 or 3 other lanes to fall back on that you know where these loads are, and you can keep your revenue up, you can keep rolling, and you have less stress. So we're going to end it right there. Everybody have a good day. We got to go deliver this load this morning. So we're out of here. See ya.